One Piece chapter 1184 and chapter 1185, let's talk about it. But before we do get on with the review, guys, make sure to subscribe for more One Piece content and turn on post notifications so you don't miss a video whenever I upload. Now, the chapter starts off resuming where we left from the Brook flashback in chapter 1183, but this time, we actually got to see Shuri in her teenager days. Shuri's now actually 14 in this chapter, and therefore there's actually a 7-year skip in time from the previous chapter, whereas the previous chapter we were only shown to see Shuri at the age of 7. And this chapter also shows that Brook is actually training Shuri. And this chapter actually shows that Brook is training Shuri swordsmanship. Brook also compliments Shuri of how strong she's actually gotten throughout her years of training with her, and Shuri also then goes to say how much stronger she's gotten and also how cute she's gotten. Which Brook also responds to Shuri's statement by saying that it's actually inappropriate of her to be talking that way to Brook. And man, these two chapters really just goes to show how much Brook really cares for Shuri. Like Brook, he really treats Shuri nicely, and Brook also does his best to train Shuri well and toughen her up. And man, this chapter really just goes to show how Brook really cares for Shuri. Like, he does his best to train Shuri really well and also walks together with Shuri for most of the time, sings together with her, with all the music that he's made up until now. And in this chapter, they also talk a lot about how Brook deeply respects Leuven for everything that he's done to him, especially ever since the first time Brook met Leuven in that junkyard spot they were hanging around. Now, the first time Leuven and Brook met was that at one time Leuven was fishing and he hears Brook's music and actually he actually finds Brook's music quite detestable, just because Brook's music is like it's meant to detest and despite their current king, like the king of the Esparia kingdom at this time. We're also shown to a situation where Brook was captured by Navy soldiers because he was spotted stealing curry powder. Then Leuven comes to rescue Brook and treats Brook's wounds he got from the Navy soldiers from getting really beat up. And the last panel is literally my favorite moment of this entire chapter. King Leuven then goes on to decide to offer Brook a music school, which is something that Brook has always wanted. Like, literally, Brook keeps sneaking around other music schools and with jealousy over the fact that Brook can't play music with the other kids. And now here's something I really want to talk about Leuven. Now, I really despise a majority of the royalties in One Piece, but Leuven and Candle are two really great royal couples. There's really no denying about that fact. Leuven and Candle are really great royal couple, really caring and doesn't discriminate, unlike majority of the royal families in One Piece, or they're not even corrupt. Like King Leuven and Queen Candle are both very caring royal couples. They are both not corrupted and they are non-discriminatory type of people, unlike majority of the royal families in One Piece that I most often see. Now, it's not just these two that I really respect as royalties. There are actually also a couple others like King Neptune, freaking Doflamingo's father. He was also very kind, and there are actually a couple others more, but I just wanted to point it out. Now, on to chapter 1185, which is literally a very tragic chapter, but we'll get into the start of the chapter first. This chapter starts off with Leuven asking Candle to become Brook's mentor and teaching him how to fight via swordsmanship, and also teaching Brook how to be polite and respectful to other people. Now, Brook doesn't really take his moral lessons from Candle besides fighting. Now, fighting he actually does take seriously in training, but his attitude and his moral lessons, he just doesn't take them too seriously from Candle, which Candle does do a spanking to Brook for that. But Candle's actually also kind enough not to take that part of Brook too seriously. After this Kid Brook flashback, we then go back to Brook and Shuri's conversation. Brook talks to Shuri about how one time a world government ship came to the kingdom and the kingdom was overwhelmed with pressure just from the presence of the celestial dragons. And even Queen Candle was bedridden from the overwhelmingness of the presence of the celestial dragons, which you guys literally know how much we hate these celestial dragons. Like, we want them gone forever, like forever in One Piece. Now we then get into the most tragic part of the entire chapter. A huge amount of mist covered the entire Isparia kingdom, and this mist took out and killed a huge number of people. Thousands and thousands of people were dying from this mist, and also even Queen Candle herself apparently died because of this freaking mist too. And everyone in the kingdom, including Shuri, Brook, and Leuven, mourned upon the death of Queen Candle. And then we get to another tragic part of the chapter after this. The kingdom was attacked by hundreds if not thousands of government soldiers, and we also get to see Brook rushing towards the castle where Shuri and Leuven were. But as Brook arrives there, Brook gets to witness a very horrific sight. He saw Leuven die right before his very eyes. And you know who just freaking murdered King Leuven? It was none other than Shuri, his very own daughter. And that's basically how the chapter ends. So here's what I actually wanted to point out about the ending of this chapter. First of all, I suspect that Shuri wasn't actually the one in control of her body, but this could go in two ways. One of which is either the one controlling Shuri's body right now is Imu, or either a split personality of Shuri, which was apparently mentioned by Brook in chapter 1183, I still remember that, took place over Shuri. And also, one more thing I want to point out. I'm pretty sure some of you guys reading this chapter also noticed there was a guy sitting right beside or behind Shuri, and in my head, I'm like, why does this guy's face look so freaking familiar? Now, I believe this could either be an ancestor or a grandparent of Shiryu that we actually didn't know nothing about. But those are just my speculations. Let me know in the comments down below. Who do you guys really think these people are? Who do you think? If whether or not you think this is really Shuri that killed Leuven, or it's probably just another person taking over her body, and also about the dude that looks like Shiryu. And that's gonna wrap up for today's review video, guys. If you did enjoy this video, leave a like, subscribe for more One Piece content, and turn on post notifications so you don't miss a video whenever I upload. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good day and peace.